And we're back.
Hi, we're back.
Doing a thing.
Time traveled.
Welcome to the YouTube channel. Hopefully you guys are new and subscribed. You have to subscribe in order to be on the chat, guys. See how far behind it is. The bitch is lagging. There it is. YouTube changed its layout.
Oh, yeah.
You see how different all that looks? Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Chris, can we have a view of your shirt and details where to get it? I don't know. Can you see it? I got it off Etsy. I just typed in psychedelic t-shirts.
That'll do it.
Eventually, that'll be my whole wardrobe.
Yeah, psychedelic t-shirts?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. I want to get to, like, patchwork and goddess clothing.
Well, so now that we're not on TikTok anymore and the chat is moving a whole lot slower and there's a lot more positivity over here than in that chat, how is everybody doing today?
30 days. Oh, God, the mod
retreat.
retreat. Oh, gosh, I have to make something for Janae, and I need to get it started today. I can't forget to do it.
We have a lot going on.
I know. Don't let me forget. The thing for Janae.
Okay.
Just say the thing for Janae. It'll click.
Okay. Should I make, like, is this like super, super important? Should I make an alarm?
It's going to be her Christmas present.
All right. You just got somebody that joined your Sacred Sisterhood tier.
Delightful. I want to get little finger change.
I'm going to set an alarm for 3:20 today.
Delightful, thank you. Janae just joined for 29 months. What did that say?
Early access message. Well, look, if it isn't two of my most favorite people.
You were definitely one of my favorite people.
I agree.
I wish we lived closer.
It'll happen. It'll happen 2030 maybe.
Yeah.
We're really pushing things through. Zenergy said it's their 20-year anniversary today.
Ooh,
Congrats.
girl, good for you.
Tessa on Facebook said, you both helped me through so much. Glad we could help. Have y'all done any fall festivities or pumpkin carvings? We have not.
Not yet. It is on my bucket list of things to do this month. So we have children. I don't know if you're asking for us or because we're a family with children. But we have the children every other week. And we will be getting them the day of Halloween. So I think the day of Halloween, we're just going to do a bunch of, like, pack it in the day. I want to spread out some arts and crafts over the next week. But we're going to get there. I want to get a lot of fall decorations. We're kind of moving out of the spooky season and getting into Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I also don't want to have a ton of totes of decorations all over the place.
I get that.
So I would like to have seasonal decorations that kind of work for the fall months, and then we have like the winter months. Oh, and the children would like to do a Christmas village. They specifically requested that because they saw it at Michael's. And I told them that I would talk to you about it.
What do you mean, a Christmas village?
Just like a little decorative Christmas village. Like,
Okay.
I'm not saying we'll set it up back here, but like, for example, we would cover the whole countertop we'd purchase little individualized, like there'd be a shoemaking shop and then a candy making shop and like little houses, and we'd put fake snow and little Christmas village.
Somebody said, any advice for moving to Florida from Utah? I've lived here in Utah my entire life and I'm ready for a change after getting out of a 5-year relationship. That's funny because we're looking to move to Utah. And then Poco asked if there's any updates on the compound and the things that we're doing. So just to touch on this briefly, because we have talked about it a little bit here and there. Also saw somebody said, hey, we're new to the podcast on Facebook. Thank you for being here. This whole compound thing, we talked about this a little bit on the ride back from Utah.
We did.
Everything that we've been trying to do has been geared towards 2030. We've had 5-year plans, paying off debt, trying to make it so that 2030 is when we buy land, get the house, do all of that kind of stuff. Where we've looked for land has changed so much over the last 6 months because we want to get the most bang for our buck. Reality is the cheapest land is going to be in the desert of Arizona, Nevada, or Utah. The reality of that, though, means that there's not going to be a well. We're going to have water brought in, and living desert life by itself is probably not going to be the best scenario.
Yeah.
Florida's too expensive. We would only end up with like 10 to 15 acres of land in Florida for what we could get 40 in Alabama. Tennessee has really good land prices, but it's very mountainous. So building tiny homes and shit on that is not really an option. So as of right now, the update for the compound is going to be in Alabama. That's currently where I'm hyper fixated on. We're looking at 20 to 40 acres of land, and we're going to just buy the land by summer of next year. And we're going to just buy it outright. I've already done all of the calculations, figured out what I need to save and what I need to move around to make that purchase possible by summer of next year. And then once we physically own the land, we'll have somebody clear it, put a driveway on it, or, a road going to the property, however we need to make that work. And then beyond that, we'll have a well dug, we'll have power ran to it, and then we'll be able to go and park our van there and plug into the electric so that we have a place to live while we're there until we get an actual house built. Once we have a barn dough built, we're going to start doing tiny homes like cabins. We'll buy a $10,000 shed, have somebody come out there and insulate the shed, run power to it, and have it set up so that it is everything as a tiny home. It'll have a shower, a compost toilet, all of that stuff.
All the good stuff.
And then the goal is by 2030, we'll be able to live there full time if we're ready to live there full time, but other people will be living there on the property, maintaining it, making sure the garden is taking care of animals and all of that shit. So that's currently where we're at with the homestead compound scenario. It's kind of a lot, but it is definitely in the works. We're just trying to figure out how to make that all work. Ren said Alabama has lower taxes. Well, Alabama will not affect us tax-wise because we will still be residents of Florida for more than 6 months out of the year to keep our homestead exempt. So other people that live there would have issues with taxes. We would still have to pay a state property tax to Alabama, but that would be split amongst the people who are living on the property. So if we have a $2,000 a year income tax or state tax based off of what we owe on land, it would be split up amongst everyone who lives there. And then with that, they wouldn't have any rent. They would just have to buy their shed and build their tiny house. I don't think that we want to do that. I would like to have one or two tiny homes that are built and ready to go for guests that want to come and stay long term, but I don't want to be the one paying for everything out of pocket to get everybody situated in that aspect.
I agree with that.
So that's the short answer of all of that. So Valerie said, what about Colorado? I looked at Colorado too. We would have to do West Colorado or Northern Colorado. I don't want to, I don't know. Colorado is one of those things also that's very rocky and mountainous. I don't want to be in an area where it's not graded. I don't want to have to spend $30,000 to fucking flatten out land to be able to build a house on it.
Right. Lorna went to a concert and she enjoyed herself. And I just want to say, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
Hell yeah.
That's dope.
Sharina said Nebraska is very friendly. I'm sure it is. Nebraska is too far out there though. I really want to be in the lower, like southeast, at the base of mountain ranges. Like, you move into Tennessee, you're looking at the Smokies and Blue Ridge, depending on where you're at. It's Appalachia, but it's all mountainous. I don't want to be that far into the mountains. I also don't want to go somewhere where I'm going to spend $40,000 on land and only get 10 acres, where I can go somewhere else and spend $40,000 on land and get 40 acres. Because that big difference that's a lot more space for people if we really wanted to do this homestead thing. And it wouldn't affect our land in terms of food forests and things of that nature, because we are going to have a whole ass food forest. And if we're living somewhere where there's a bunch of snow or it's too dry, that food forest ain't going to thrive.
Right.
So
Someone said something about, are we worried about growing apart from people moving to the compound? People who are going to be living on our land, we are going to be very, very selective of who that is. This is not going to be something that's just broadly announced to the Discord. Like, whoever wants to move here with us can do so. This is going to be, we have to know you. We've had to spend time with you. Have to trust you and our children.
yeah. Who does a mod need to kick? Because I thought I was seeing something that was inappropriate. Those are cultivated farm areas. Vibe said invite only. Zentational said exclusive. Exactly. We do really want to have that space where people can come and do their thing. And it's not a commune like communist commune. It is more about having a tribe of people that are willing to unschool their kids, maintain a living food farm where everyone can eat year round off of the perennials and the shit that we've got there. It's just a lot. But that's also, again, that's a 2030 goal. That's not a right now goal. That's, we want to start doing things in small spaces just to get it there. And then, just baby steps. And we want to do it so that we own everything outright. Right. I'm not trying to take on loans to buy land. And I do know that we'll have to take on a loan to build the barn dough because I want a pretty extravagant barn dough.
Yeah, I need, I want some way to attach like a glass sitting room, sunroom, plant atrium, whatever attached to it.
Just one of those things that we do on the outside of the house.
I wanted to attach to the house.
Right, but you do it on the outside of the house.
Yeah, outside.
Yeah.
Or we could do it on the inside and create like
why though?
Section.
When that would take up space for the actual living part of our home. And you could just walk out a door like that. And then that whole area out there would be what you're looking for. Yeah. Open relationship opinion. Sleeping with other people while you're committed to somebody else is infidelity. That's my opinion. Being in a relationship with somebody means that you are monogamous and you're not trying to be with other people. That's my opinion.
I think that we as humans are too emotional to maintain long-term open relationships. I think it takes a certain kind of mindset within every individual involved for it to maintain long-term. If you're just doing like random hookups, if it's the rule of it's never the same person, what if it does become the same person?
Right.
Like now you have to cross that bridge.
And feelings happen.
Yeah.
The reality is it's hard enough for most people to manage a single person in their relationship, let alone multiple people in a relationship.
Right.
So Jenny said we have you have an indoor pool that is in a glass house with plants all around. That would be my dream.
That sounds dope. I want a little koi pond. Is that something we think? I'm not saying we need to or have to or need to do it soon. But do you think it would be possible to do some type of little pond on our property?
Here?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Is it because of the land?
It is.
That sucks.
Yep. Somebody asked what we were talking about, what we do with our gray and black water. So in that scenario, we would have a septic system on the property and we would have a well. So we would probably just run it like a normal septic tank with rain collection and all of that. So that would probably be the easiest route to go. In the event that we had to do something else, we would have to run plumbing running from our sinks as gray water, and then our poop water would be somewhere else. Why don't I have to pay $13 for this? Why don't we have to pay $13 for this kind of podcast, but have to for the ones on Google? I don't understand what you're asking.
I have no idea.
This is a live stream. This isn't a podcast. We're just hanging out on YouTube right now. You shouldn't have to pay for our podcast, period. And if you are trying to pay for it on Google, go to some other platform like Audible or Spotify or Apple or YouTube, or because it's on YouTube. You don't have to pay to listen to our content anywhere. You can join our Patreon. That's $15 a month. That'll get you access to the Discord, get you a whole lot of other cool things that the rest of the world doesn't get. But you shouldn't be charged to listen to our podcast. I'm so very confused right now. It's so behind.
It is. It really is. I need to start vlogging again. I am not rotting in my emotions and all those other things anymore. So I'm actually doing things. And I want to share the things that I'm doing because I'm really excited about this costume that I'm making. And plus that's content for Patreon.
You want to set up a recording area in the man cave? So you could just go out there and do all of your shit and not be bothered, and it wouldn't be in the rest of our house. We could just set up a fake little area, like a uniform desk with some lights in the back and a couple plants, so that we could both out there and use that area as a space.
Yeah.
That way we're not using it here. Just do a single chair. It'll be like the MTV shows where they go and talk to the cameras.
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
the real world where they go and talk shit about each other. Yeah.
Yep. I love that idea. And that would take a lot of clutter out of the house too.
It would.
I would love that. I'm doing tincturing things now. Like I'm really starting to beef up our apothecary cabinet and our medicine. And I can take all of that out there too and record it in front of a camera. I don't have to do it in our kitchen.
Gotcha. Yep. You could.
It's a good idea.
Capri said on YouTube, I tried to watch one the other night and it said this content costs $12.99. That's because that's exclusive content. We don't put everything out for free. We have stuff that's behind paywalls that...
I think that's behind the membership.
It is behind a YouTube membership, right? Yep. So if you're a member to the YouTube page and you pay for the YouTube member, you get extra stuff. But we do have... Our Patreon gets a whole lot of content that the rest of the world doesn't get. So in case you... ICYMI, what is that? In case you missed it, if your mod retreat isn't full, this TikTok mod would love to go. It is. It's full. That we bought a place based off of how many people were coming versus trying to move it to do spots. Jennifer Knott said, y'all, I know of 104 acres between two towns that would be perfect. You can email us that and I can look into it. Summer said, I just have to say first, thank you. I'm 31 and I've lived in Kansas my whole life and I don't have a support system or anything of the sort. No family, nothing. And you guys keep my faith and hope that something great is coming my way. So thank you again. Love that. Keep the faith, but build your life.
Yes.
Build your life. Create the world that you want. You have the ability to manifest so much. Peach is giving Hobbit vibes today.
Thank you. I feel good in this. I feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comfort matters. Linnea said, seriously, just become a member of the Patreon. I agree. I just become.
Oh.
Cool. Love that.
Going back to the tincture thing, the next thing that I'm going to make, I'm really excited about because I am collecting one of the flowers myself that I've grown myself. I'm so excited. It's the butterfly pea. I'm going to make butterfly pea and blue lotus tinctures. I'm going to see what they do to me. And then according to what they should do, I'm going to see if anybody else wants to try it.
Create little recipes for people.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, she said she's been a member. Well, good. I'm saying they just need to become a member. Gotcha. Peaches is the shop owner in a D&D campaign that I'd go to for dope side quests. That's twice now that somebody said that about you.
I love that. I hear all the shit too. It's not because I want to. Because people know that it dies with me.
Summer said, I'm a stay-at-home mom with minimal resources available to me, but I'm not giving up. I'm trying to build up socials to get money flowing. Okay, so if you're trying to build up a social media platform to make money, that's very, very difficult to do. And you need to be looking for other sources of income because blowing up on social media is not easy. And like, I'm not trying to detour you from doing that, but if you're trying to live a comfortable life, relying on social media is not the move.
It needs to be a hobby.
Right.
Before it becomes a job.
It needs to be a side hustle.
Yeah.
You need to have real income coming in or doing something. Being a stay-at-home mom, you can do a whole lot of things as a stay-at-home to make content, but that doesn't mean that you're going to make money off the content. Being a content creator is fucking hard. It's a lot of work. Yeah. You're looking at a minimum of 15 hours per podcast that we record. Yeah. In terms of like email screening, editing, clipping, managing all the social medias, doing the actual recording, managing the comments after the fact. Like, it's a lot of fucking work. It is not easy at all. Yeah. But it is good money if you actually blow up on social. If you're a stay-at-home mom, I would highly suggest that you get into some Facebook groups and go meet people and actually start building a community around you and having friends in like real life situations, not social media
Yeah, I agree with
friends.
Somebody said that they're holding out hope for me to bring back my bath line. There's a possibility. We have some things in the works behind the scenes, and we are testing something right now. And if we can get that formula right and we're able to broaden it, there's a possibility.
Yeah.
We'll see. Being ominous and mysterious with my wording.
Yeah. Jesse Ray said it's not all just making videos and having fun. It is really not. And we have, we're lucky now that we have people that we're able to pay to do shit. Like we have employees of the podcast that screen emails and help with content and clipping and managing things. But it's a lot. It's a lot.
I would totally buy recipes for tinctures. Oh, I don't know how I feel about selling it. I think I would just post it to Patreon.
I think you use it as TikTok content.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Patreon works too.
Right.
Just technically selling it. But it would be available to our Patreon community. That would be way better than posting it to
I feel like
TikTok.
that's benefit for the Patreon members, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, sold. So when can we have that area set up?
When my back is not feeling like it's feeling. Spice Me Up said, "Oh my God, the bath line, please. I'll be the guinea pig for that. We don't need guinea pigs. We've already done it all. She's already had it twice. It was successful. We just
it takes up too much of my time,
right?
Too much of my energy.
What we need to do is with the bath line, we need to create the business and employees to do all the work.
Wait a moment.
And then just have you come in and micromanage. Howdy, partners. I just found you guys about a week ago, and I'm so thankful for you two. I found you through Voice of the Broken, and it really helped me from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for you and you. Well, I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you find value in that. I want to do more Voice of the Broken. I actually want to start interviewing people and having real conversations with men about what's going on in their lives instead of just doing me reading their emails. And I have somebody that's ready to go that I'm going to test. But with the way my back's been feeling, it's very difficult for me to sit and do these things. So how is your back today? My back today is better than it was yesterday, but it's still in a lot of fucking pain. I don't know what I know what I did. I can't say I don't know what I did. I just don't understand how it hurt. My back was doing really good. I was walking like normal. I haven't been in the pain that I was in. And I picked up a 5-gallon bucket full of water at like a twist and grab, not thinking because it shouldn't be that hard. And dude, it fucked me up. Nate Mitchell said, I love that idea, Chris. I think it would be good because it would be one of those things where as people are having issues with their life, we can actually discuss and I can ask questions about what's going on. And I think it would be a lot more beneficial to get it out that way. And it's also a lot more feasible to get men to talk to me versus sending emails in. So Rory said, how do y'all handle disagreements and opinion where it's hard to find a middle ground or compromise for a decision that needs to be made? You're not going to always agree with your person. That's really what it comes down to. You're just going to have to accept the fact that sometimes you're going to have to agree to disagree and move on with your life. Finding compromise comes down to finding the absolute best outcome that's going to give us the best results at the end of the day. Somebody not feeling well?
No, it's not that.
Okay.
Our daughter. Our daughter's a little daredevil.
Yeah, what you do?
At least once a week, I get a call from the school nurse. She tripped over this. She fell over that. She jumped off of this at the playground. Scraped her elbow, hit her knee, bumped her head.
So what was today?
Today, she was running around on the playground. She tripped over something, scraped her knee, and she bonked her head on the slide.
Yeah, that happens. Casey said, hi, I was on the TikTok live and asked about third chances. We lived together twice and broke up. He claims to be in a better place now with his anger issues after stopping smoking weed and less alcohol. I wouldn't go back. You guys have lived together twice and it didn't work. When are you going to realize that this just isn't for you? Now, if this was 10 years ago, it's a very different discussion. If it was 6 months ago, there's not enough time there for new habitual patterns to be instilled.
Long
Right?
term.
Right.
Right. There could be. I'm more inclined to trust an alcoholic in a bar after 2 years than somebody who's been sober for 6 months. Right.
Yep. Mike Poppin was in the chat a minute ago. Do you remember that name?
Yeah, I do. I do remember that name.
Madeline said, "This is my first live. I've listened to your podcast for over a year now and really enjoyed your perspectives. Thank you for what you do." Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for the support.
It's going to be what keeps us going, guys. As long as we have people doing what they're doing, sharing the content, being active in the chats, being a part of our Discord, and doing all the shit that you guys are doing, we will continue to do this job. We would like to see ourselves in 10 years with a gold plaque on the wall instead of a silver plaque.
Could you imagine?
I believe it's going to happen. It's not happening as fast as I want it to.
It's going to take time.
But I would love to remove that silver plaque and put a gold one up there.
Yeah.
Mike said, "What the fuck, y'all remember me?" We do.
Yeah.
Amy said, "My man and I sent y'all an email and I can't wait for you to read them." Did you put on there that it was from a couple? Like a his and hers perspective or whatever? Because those normally get moved to the front of the line.
What's a diamond plaque?
10 million.
Gee.
Yeah, you get a gold at $1 million. JD got his gold.
Good for him.
I talked to him last night. He's willing to do a Zoom podcast with me.
Nice.
Yep.
Love that.
Yep. Using my man's YouTube, longtime listener, so much I would love to say to you guys. I have watched have you watched Three Body Problem? I know you'll love it. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. We haven't watched that yet. Poco said, "Want to see To Be Better ceremonies." Okay, you want to talk about that just a little bit?
Yes, in a second. Danish just said that we are talking about doing a ghost photo shoot. I'm down to do this, but I want to get a floral sheet. I'm not just going to do a white ghost sheet. So I'll hit the Goodwill today when I'm done when we're done live and I'm going to pick up the children. Don't play with me. I've always wanted to do a ghost photo shoot. Yeah. Would you be the photographer?
I mean, when I'm able to walk and function like a normal human being, sure.
This is in November, so you
Right.
have some time.
I couldn't even bend down to help the kids with the homework yesterday. Like my back it's just as bad now as it was when I first heard it.
Okay.
And I'm very concerned about this weekend. Like it hurt me just now to pick my water up.
Yeah.
So depending on what my back is doing is going to depend on whether or not I'm willing to do photo shoot stuff. I know that that's a month away. You know, if this is just a pulled muscle, I'll be good by then.
Mm-hmm.
If I re-injured my back, it could be another year before I'm able to squat and do normal shit
Right.
again. So, now on the ceremony thing, we had a phone call this morning with the owner of a church that does sacred sacraments. And I don't want to get too much into who the church is and who I talk to and all of that yet, because we're going to be doing content with them soon. But we had a conversation of what it would take for us to hold ceremony, what it would take for us to create our own church, what it looks like to do things under the Religious Freedom Restoration Act of 1993, and integration coaching we've looked into. We have so many things going on with ceremony as like a want to do thing that I think that that's something that is definitely going to be in the cards in the future. I just can't say when.
Mm-hmm.
If we could create our own 508 church and we can get to the point where we can serve sacred sacraments and legally do that whole thing, we would absolutely do that. We did find out today that with what we're doing, because we are members of a church that has sacred sacraments, we legally could do it right now.
Mm-hmm.
As long as everybody that was coming to the ceremony and was partaking in the medicine were also members of the church, because it would be a religious gathering. There's a whole lot that goes into that, and we have to really be careful and like make sure that we are fucking covered if we ever do that. But that's something that we really want to we really want to do. So that's the short answer that we can get into right now.
Also touching in the ceremonies, I feel like what I'm learning right now and being certified in kind of goes with the ceremonies.
Absolutely.
But sound healing and Reiki.
Yeah. Breath work.
Breath work. I'm getting certified in breath work.
Yeah.
I'm doing a lot and it's not happening fast enough.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not doing like rinky dink 2-week courses. Now you're certified in this thing. Like this is actually taking time. I'm taking tests. I'm making notes and shit.
Did you just become Veruca Salt on the podcast?
What do you mean?
I want it now, Daddy. I want it now. I want a golden goose and I want it to lay golden eggs and I want it now.
I do.
That's funny. Mike said he sent me an email this morning, not a podcast thing, just an email. Send it to me directly, dude. Chris@tobebetter.com. That way Jenny doesn't have to forward and do all that. It'll be a whole lot easier for you to just email me directly. Are all these certifications online? Yes. With some of them have in-person courses that you have to do.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, there's a lot of things that you can get certified on online and never have to step foot anywhere. Mm-hmm. There are other ones that you can do all of your online shit first and then go do like an intensive for a day or two and then call it quits or whatever. But that's probably not the right word. Call it done. But Peaches, I hope you and Buff Bell do another mythology podcast.
I'm not going to say no. We have a lot of things in the work with Courage and Curves. We posted our first episode. So we're going to do one episode a month. We both have very busy lives. So
yeah. Bell's moved on to a whole lot of shit. She's got a lot going on with her coaching thing right now.
Yeah, she's in Vegas right now.
She's at the Olympia.
Yeah, doing the damn thing. So fucking proud of her.
Yeah.
So we have a lot in the works. We want, like I said, the first episode's posted. We have to do one for October still, and I want to do it in our costumes.
Your first episode's got a lot of comments on YouTube.
Yeah,
of like I did the thing,
the drunken octopus. Yeah. Shout out to Adam Lane Smith. He is the man who inspired that episode. Who I believe he coined the drunken octopus. I don't know if he got that from something else or not. I don't remember from what he talked about, but yeah, that was a good episode.
Yeah.
It's definitely fun. It works.
Somebody said, where'd it go? How would you approach your spouse about going to couples therapy and separately? By not making it about you or them. You need therapy. Nobody's going to go to therapy when you tell them you need therapy. But if you approach it from a place of, hey, we're not okay right now, and I feel like we're disconnected, and I think having a mediator would help us connect better. Are you willing to do these things with me? Is a better beginning of a conversation than telling somebody they need therapy.
Yeah. I don't know the temperament of the person, so I don't know the best way to get that conveyed, but I agree with what you said. Make it less of an attack and more about wanting to repair what you guys have.
Yep.
Somebody asked about being able to find my women's groups. That's on our Patreon. So right now we're currently on YouTube. You can go to tobebetter.com, the number 2bebetter.com
/join.
I always forget.
Yeah, that's why I jumped in.
Thank you. All of the information's there. It'll take you to Patreon, and Patreon will give you the drop down of things. We need to add to the Sacred Sisterhood thing on Patreon that the price is going to increase.
I don't think that needs to be on Patreon. I think that at the beginning of the year, we just changed the price. You've already told the people who are there that the price is changing.
The new people who are joining?
I mean, just remind them again in December. January 1st, the price is going up.
Okay.
Yeah. There was something else that I saw. Jenny said that Emmanuel emailed us. Is that Emmanuel from Team Vulnerable that emailed us? I'm wondering if he's wanting to be back on the podcast again.
That would be dope. That was a good episode.
Yeah. Drunken octopus for the win. Although all I could picture in my brain was my arms as tentacles.
Yes. I'm like a I'm a tiger trying to climb a tree.
It's funny. It is the same Emmanuel. I'll have to read that when we're done. Madison said a lot of stuff clicked in my head with this last video you and Buff Bell posted.
Love that. That's the whole goal. For my Sacred Sisterhood, it's going to be $150 January 1st.
Yeah, it's going to go up $35. That's the only one that's going up. She already increased the Awakened Sister to $250.
Awaken Women.
Awakened Women. The Thrive one's going to stay at $50, so there'll be $100 increments from 50, you know, 150, 250. So, after separation with child's father, Peaches, how did you deal with being without your kids during the time that they were with their dad?
Oh, I cried a lot. I sat with my emotions. I processed. I got hobbies. I started discovering myself outside of being a mother. I released the guilt and shame of not being in their lives every day. The separation from my children when they're with their father, it's good for them because they need that time with their dad. It's also good for them to have a break from me. It's good to have a break from your children.
They're also not your kids.
Right, they're our kids. So their father, he's entitled to that time with them. Just because I miss them doesn't mean he gets to get deprived of that.
Right.
This has also prepared me for when they eventually leave my nest. You know, the time that I don't have the children, yes, it sucks and yes, it hurts. But they're living their life, doing things with their dad, with their grandparents, having sleepovers, whatever, going to the beach. And they're having fun. They're happy, they're healthy. And when they do eventually move out and have their own families, I'm going to see them a lot less than every other week.
Yep.
So this is like a soft cutting of the cords, which is, it's a blessing in disguise because parents who don't have to co-parent and don't have the split custody, it's a much harder blow for them when the children do end up leaving, in my opinion, from what I've seen, because they haven't had that adjustment period over the X amount of years of living their life as themselves, not being the reliant sole parent for
right.
needs, wants, whatever the case may be.
It's important to remember, too, that your kids aren't a possession.
Right.
They're a universe. Like, they are their own little universe, and they're going to have their own life experiences, and you don't own them. You brought them into the world. You gave them life, and now they get to experience this world because of it.
And I just get to be their mom.
Right.
I'm part of their experience.
Right. And the way that you conduct yourself is going to determine the rest of their life experience. Yeah. And, you know, understanding that children need a father. Like, if he's available and doing that thing, like, that's good.
The guilt I have now that I split every other week with their father, we were married for 16 years, that there's a grieving process that has to happen, right? You're never going to experience just one emotion in any situation that ever happens. There's going to be anger, there's going to be frustration, there's going to be guilt, there's going to be self-shaming, there's going to be, like I said, a grieving process. Because now you're not going to get to be there for everything. You're not going to be there for every single nightmare or every flu season. You might not be able to get every Christmas or every Thanksgiving. What matters for, like, in this specific context, yes, there is a lot of hurt and damage there. And of course, the children may miss you, and in extreme situations, they're in abusive or more negative scenarios with the other parent. Most of the time, and I like to think that both parents are involved and provide safe environments for the children, and the child is overall happy. Don't let your guilt and all of those things bleed into your parenting. When you begin to parent out of guilt because your child is with the other parent for a week and then they come back home and you feel like you have to make up for that time, you are doing such a massive disservice for them. Not wanting to discipline them or punish them because you're scared that they're going to like the other parent more, the other parent may be more lenient, or you may abuse them or traumatize them by making them stand in the corner for 5 minutes or sending them to the bedroom for the next 45 minutes while their nervous system regulates. You're going to raise emotionally immature adults and eventually emotionally immature parents. If you buy things out of guilt and supply them with love in the form of purchasing items and buying them things, they will not receive love in other ways, and it'll be a whole gambit of things they may have to work out in therapy.
Yeah.
You have to remember that one day your children are going to have to they don't have to, but one day your child will be telling somebody what it was like to be experienced or to experience being raised by you.
It's also important to remember that divorce doesn't affect kids the way that it used to. Like, it still affects kids, but as they grow up and see how relationships are now, they get it.
Right.
So, like, you know, in the 40s and 50s, your parents getting divorced was a big fucking deal because divorce was still very frowned upon.
Yeah.
It's very common now. So it's just normal shit. Will it still affect the kids? It could, but it's not the same thing as it was, you know, 100 years ago or 80 years ago. Somebody asked, and they've already answered in the chat, but I'm going to answer it anyway. Somebody asked if there will ever be a couples tier on Patreon. Patreon we can't share memberships, but you can in Discord. And everything that we post for Patreon gets posted in the Discord. So there is a Discord tier for Patreon at $20 where the partner gets access to the Discord also, which gives them access to everything that we do. So if you join on the $20 tier, there's a chat on Discord that says partner's name goes here or what's your partner's name or whatever it is. You just put their Discord handle in there after you've signed up on the $20 tier. One of the mods will grab it, add them to the Discord. And as long as you're paying for your Patreon, they'll have access to the Discord.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said I'm the unfun house, less gifts, more rules. And in my mind, that means you need to increase the fun and increase the affection. If the other parent is doing that, they're purchasing their love, buying them gifts. Look at how fun I am. They are a low energy kind of person who wants to put you in a bad light, and they're using the children as little pawns in this game that they're playing, and they're spiteful and vindictive. Children's love language is playtime and spending time and using your imagination and having fun and being goofy and just spending time together. So if that's not something you're doing, you need to start carving out that time. I promise you, children will value that over the new toy that their dad or their mom that just bought them.
Yeah. You can be structured and have rules and discipline in your house and still have a fun household.
Yeah,
I am definitely the stricter parent of all of us.
Yeah.
But the kids fucking love me to death. Mm-hmm. And I play with them all the time and we have fun and I fuck with them and like it's a whole ass thing. But they also know when it's time to stop fucking around and like actually be serious and do their shit. So you just need to make sure that you're doing your thing. You know, be a parent, be present with your children. Elizabeth said, so the Discord is like chat rooms where we can get your advice. I've never had an account before. Discord is a community that we've built. Discord is a chat server. Yes. We do all of our live streams get announced through there. Couples retreats, any giveaways, everything that we do goes to Discord first because the people that are in that Discord are paying to be there.
Yeah.
So that is our way
First
of
dibs.
skirting YouTube and all the bullshit and making sure that the people who really truly support what we do and fuck with what we're doing get all of us. And we are active in there all the time. We have video game servers. There's other servers that we're a part of. Discord is a big deal. It is the biggest value that we offer as a community. Now, when it comes to the things that we do, our private groups are probably the second most effective thing. And then obviously our retreats, I think, are the biggest.
I would say that, yeah.
But
I've decided that I want to create a section in Discord. I'm going to have to work this out because like there are certain channels where I only want to be able to post things or threads or whatever the case may be. But I want to do like a Zen garden area where like I can do my sound bowls or go live and play in there or do like a guided meditation or something. Or just like go live and talk about the shit that I'm learning with sound healing.
yeah, we just have to create that space out there.
Yeah.
If we end up putting it, see that creates a whole lot of other problems though. Like you doing sound bowl stuff, we can't do that out there if there's desks and shit because we'd have to move the desks and move the cameras and do all that stuff. So like I can't sit on the floor. That's just not a thing for me. My back is not going to allow that.
Right.
So I wouldn't be able to use that space for my vlogs and my content if that's the way things are going unless we set up, extra cameras. To be able to do that in the other room, we would be able to do that. But like the sound bath thing that's a whole ass thing in itself.
Okay.
You would need your own space for that.
Okay.
So
Talk about it later.
Jenny said I would use the stage. So you don't need you just record it on the stage. I think you should record it on YouTube and just post it to Patreon.
Okay.
But I think a lot of people would really enjoy your sound bath stuff.
Yeah, I've gotten requests every time we've done a retreat. Almost everybody has requested sound bowl, sound bath, recordings, meditations, whatever the case may be.
How do I know if I'm asking my husband to do too much for me? I have past trauma with this topic, so I don't know if I'm overthinking this or not, but I feel like I'm asking for too much. Has he told you that you're asking for too much? Does he put off any type of indicator that you're asking for too much? But Jasmine said, where can I find information on ceremony and Reiki? More on that side of how you found to heal this way. Ceremonies refer to plant medicine. We use the term ceremony to not get demonetized. And then Reiki is, you can, if that's something you want to do, there's all kinds of programs that you can find online that get certified in.
Yeah, it's just a lot of research, and I find things that work with me and what I'm looking for. It's just a lot of research. I'm somebody who will spend 2 weeks looking at something before I finally make a purchase.
Yeah, I obsess like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy seeing all the people on YouTube talking about how great the Discord community is.
I love it. I love that.
Miss Pie Gobbler said, I disagree that children of divorced parents in recent years have it easier than 50s or 60s. Statistics show that a 35 to 55% increase in child mortality and up to 63% increase in teen births. You're making an argument. You're making a straw man argument right now. You are having a very different conversation than the one that we were having, making points that are not relevant to the conversation that we were having. We were specifically meaning along the lines of mental health and the way that kids handle their parents being divorced. All of the things that you're bringing the statistics up to speak on single mother households. And I actually touched on that shit in my book a whole lot. When you don't have a father in a home, children do worse across the board in every metric. That's not the conversation that we were having though.
Yeah. Passionate.
It's not even passionate. I just don't like it when people do that.
Yeah.
With that conversation, actually, that was 15 minutes ago for us. But that's one of those things that if we're going to have that discussion and we are going down that rabbit hole, then we're having a whole ass discussion about that. And that's not what we were doing.
Right.
We were speaking specifically on people having to co-parent their children and it being 50-50. If it's being 50-50, they still have the father in their life. So the divorce on the mental aspect of what it means to be shunned because your parents got divorced has nothing to do with the statistics that were just laid out there. Right. Yep. This is why people argue on the internet.
Yes, it is.
And can't just have civil conversations.
When do you want to wrap up?
Right now, because my back hurts like a motherfucker. I've been putting it off till 1 o'clock.
All right, word. I want to go get lunch.
Yeah.
And take a nap.
What are you going to get for lunch?
I don't know. Maybe Panera.
Yeah. I haven't eaten yet.
No.
I'm probably going to wait till dinner again. Well, I'm doing a window. I'm fasting for 18 hours and eating for 6.
Okay.
So at like 3 o'clock, from 3 to 9, I can eat. So at 3 o'clock while you're gone, I'll probably have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and then I'll just eat like normal for dinner and then not eat again after 9. But that's my fasting procedure right now.
I think dinner tonight's going to be chicken and tortellini Alfredo.
I made DoorDash.
Really?
I don't like chicken.
Okay.
So
I mean, I can also I have like a cowboy casserole with potato and beef.
I'd fuck that up.
Okay. I'll
Is that
make
like a shepherd's pie?
No.
What is a cowboy casserole? It sounds good.
It's going to have hunks of potatoes in it, cheese, beef. I'm going to add like cream of mushroom. It's going to be
some peppers.
Yeah. Put some veggies in there.
I could do that. All right. Well, if you're going to leave, I'm going to go get on some Call of Duty. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We will see you on the next one.
Bye, guys.
Real quick, we got a super chat from
We're back.
Alex. Said, just bought both of your books, Chris, going through a breakup. And before that happened, I was going to buy No One Is Coming to Save You, so I bought both.
Nice.
Read the second one first. If you're going through a breakup right now, read You Are Not Broken. That is the entire point of that book. You'll find so much more value there. And with that being said, now we're signing off.
Bye, guys. Little hearts. Little Korean hearts.